India is the second most populated country in the world, holding nearly a fifth of the world's population. According to the United Nations in July 2016, the population stood at 1.326 billion, with the sex ratio of 944 females for every 1,000 males. With their current growth, India is projected to be the world's most populated country by 2020, even surpassing the population of China. Its population growth rate is 1.2%, as the Indian population first reached the billion mark in 1998. India now has more than 50% of its population below the age of 25 and more than 65% below the age of 35. India is a vast country with many cultural variations, and business protocol varies between regions and types of organisations. In general, you will find Indians very open and friendly, and the business culture is relatively relaxed. At the same time, India is a very hierarchical society, in which people's status and roles are very clearly defined. Although they are in a political democracy, there are few situations in their daily lives where everyone is treated with complete equality. The national language is Hindi, although many different languages are spoken, including English, as it is the primary language of business. It is common to shake hands as a business greeting, although Indians will greet each other by bringing their hands together to their chest and bowing slightly. Business decisions in India are made not only on the basis of hard facts and data, but on personal feelings and the feelings about other people. Meetings are generally quite relaxed, but it's important to observe protocol regarding hierarchy and address the most senior person first. These certain individuals are ranked according to their wealth and power, so it is a normality that the higher ranked people with more authority are praised and treated better than ones without. This also interferes with the role of Indian women, as it is often identified that Indian men outrank them in both social and business areas. Obviously, again, McDonald's would have researched into these issues, but wouldn't have had to make any serious changes to their campaign, as the hierarchical understandings of the Indian consumers would have had no real effect on the selling of the McSpicy range. Indian culture relies heavily on the influence food has on their unique culture. When a foreigner thinks of India, one of the key topics that come to mind is the colourful, homemade meals they produce. Food is the ideal reason Indian culture is known all over the world, which is why it's easy to understand that the application of a simple fast food restaurant wasn't the easiest of tasks. McDonald's first opened their doors in India in 1996 by the expansion of a joint venture of two Indian men. The restaurant firstly offered a mixture of globalized and localized products with respect for religious sentiments. A man by the name of Amit Jatta, who is responsible for the phenomenal growth of McDonald's in India, says that in 2003, of 100 meals that people ate in a month, 3 of them were eaten out. This was also accompanied by the fact that almost half of the Indians are vegetarians due to their beliefs. This was a significant challenge, as in persuading the locals to get out of the house to eat McDonald's for dinner. The main reason it convinced the locals was the low price and the great taste. This is when the locals started to show interest in the new franchise of McDonald's. This planted the seed for McDonald's in the Indian culture and essentially provided a sturdy base of support for further development of the company in India. As gathered from the Indian census of 2001, 54% of the country spoke Hindi, making it the most common language in India compared to English, whereby only 12% of people stated that they could fluently speak it. This was obviously a significant barrier for the American-owned company, seeing as there was only a small amount of English-speaking customers in the Indian market. However, these obstacles were soon adapted to, as acquiring knowledgeable Indian businessmen like Amit Jatia took little effort, and soon the company was well and truly on its feet. When McDonald's were beginning to create a firm establishment in India, $1 was buying about 46 Indian rupees. This was again taken into account by the US department, who were responsible for overlooking the franchise from America, in an attempt to ensure the company's worth was maintained at a high level and not lost through the exchange. By 2011, McDonald's were a well-established business in India with over 31,000 restaurants. They were serving 50 million customers each day, and their revenue in 2010 equated to about 30 million Australian dollars. To promote its new McSpicy menu, McDonald's propelled a new campaign in April 2011 called How Spicy is McSpicy. The campaign originally focused on creating a buzz around the new products waiting to be added. The campaign aimed to project McDonald's as a useful brand that met the taste and preferences of the youth. The pre-launch campaign, called The Great Spicy Speculation, proved to be a success, reaching 250,000 people. Unlike its previous campaigns, McDonald's used social media, like social networking sites and messenger services, extensively for the new campaign. Customers who visited the McDonald's stores were given visiting-sized card slips with an image of a burger buns with a QR code between them. After the success of the pre-launch campaign, McDonald's launched their main campaign through a mixture of in-store, television, radio, outdoor, and online promotions. Ramit Arora, Senior Director and Marketing Manager of McDonald's India, stated, "McDonald's India has made the range available and custom to suit the Indian palate." When asked how did they come up with the idea, McDonald's responded by explaining that a consumer preference research done by the International Journal of Scientific and Research last year notes that 67% of respondents preferred spicy flavour fast food in Indian reaffirms their belief that Indians like it hot and spicy, as Indian customers have a higher affinity towards local spices and the use of robust and full-bodied flavour. Aurora later stated that McDonald's is an over 50-year-old company, but is actually getting younger as the company gets older. Youth is a state of mind and is about being in tune, and that is what we have done with this campaign. Overall, the final response from the McSpicy campaign was very mixed. The campaign was extremely well executed and it connected well with its target audience of younger customers. However, the main argument is that the McSpicy range wasn't as spicy as advertised, and some believe it failed to reach the preferences of Indian consumers. These responses included minor problems in both advertising and language barriers. In my opinion, it was a successful campaign as it increased statistics in all areas of the McDonald's franchise, and it stated their position as a real fast food contender in the Indian market. Thank you.